Hey folks, welcome to MasterThatRiff 136. In this lesson I'm going to show you how to play the main riff to Fire in the Sky by Ozzy Osbourne from No Rest for the Wicked, which was the first album to feature Mr. Zakk Wylde, who's playing the riff. So tuning wise, I'll have step down. So I've got E flat here, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and then E flat in the top. Okay, so the riff is it's mostly based around moving between like an E minor chord and a D major chord. So basically it's effectively an E minor, and the first bar sounds like this. Okay. So I've transcribed this and arranged it for one guitar, but I think the original track is probably double tracked. Well, I mean, Zakk Wylde definitely double tracked the album, because live you see Zakk Wylde play these power chords as 2-string power chords, but in the recording it sounds like you've got higher notes in there and it's a bit thicker. So I've arranged it with these 3-string power chords. So if you want, you can adjust it to the 2-string ones. But basically what I'm going to do first off is slide a D power chord to an E power chord. So I'm playing 5th fret of the A string, 7th fret of the D, 7th fret of that G string. I use my 1st, 3rd and 4th there. And that is on beats, it's on beat 2, so it kind of goes 2 and. So you play the D and the 2, oops, and slide up to the E on the and, okay? It feels as if it's cut a little bit short, like that, okay? So watch out for the phrasing of that. But basically that's your first little bit. Then I'm going to slide effectively an A power chord back a fret. You can also think it's been part as a kind of chord tier, but I think it's an A power chord. So I'm playing 7th fret of the D string, 9 in the G, 10 in the B string, the 1st, 3rd and 4th fingers. I play that, this is on 3rd beat, so this is like 3 and, you go 3 and, so that moves back a half step. So you're basically now playing 6, 8 and then 9 on the D, G and B strings, okay? So those two beats together go like this, 2 and 3 and, like that. Then I'm going to go back to this E power chord on the A string, so I'm playing 7 on the A, 9 on the D and the G. And then I go down and play this D power chord down here. So I'm playing open A string, open D string, 2nd fret G, 3rd fret the B string. That sounds nice, a big thick chord, because you've got this A in the bass, so it's like inverted. You've got the 5th in the bass. So that first bar slowly goes like this. 1. Okay. Now that sustains into the second bar on beats 1 and 2, so it's like 1, 2. Then you have a bit that sounds like this. So what I'm going to do here is slide a little triad at the 9th fret on the D, G and B strings. I use my 4th finger. I think Zakk Wylde used his 3rd finger when I was watching it live. But you use that 4th finger and you're going to slide back to the 7th fret, so you're barring the 7th fret of the D, G and B strings. Slide back one and then do like a down, up, down. And then give it plenty of vibrato on that last down. You know, this is a big part of the riff. You've got a lot of vibrato on these power chords to kind of, just like Zakk Wylde vibe, I guess. Okay, and that's the first 2 bars. So slowly it sounds like this. Okay, now as you go to the next 2 bars, this sustains, then you have a little percussive pickup before you play the riff again. So this comes in on the kind of anda of like the 1 E anda, so it's a 1 E anda, like that. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the D power chord to E, then the A to the A flat, then the E. But this is the difference. Instead of going down to the D power chord here, slide from a D power chord quickly to this E power chord again. So I'm playing 5, 7, 7 up to the 7, 9, 9. Now that's a grace note slide, so it sounds like this. Okay, and once you've slid into that E power chord there, we're now going to play. So I'm going to do is palm mute and E string. So this again is kind of like the anda of the 1 E anda of the next bar. And I'm going to play, it looks like a G power chord, but really it's kind of part of like an E minor 7 really. So I've got 5th fret of the D string, 7 in the G, and then 8th fret, that B string there. So I do vibrato on that, and then a gallop rhythm, you're down, down, up. Okay, now I'm doing the full power chord there. You might want to just do the G and the B strings if you want a bit more of a kind of compact sound, but that's what we've got there. So those two bars sound like this. Okay, now basically we repeat that again. It's just before we get to this riff we do our another kind of gallop rhythm, so we have then a percussive bit, yeah, all repeated. Then you have a gallop, slide, DTA again, and this is where we end it before the verse. So when you play this bit here, you just play that E power chord on the beat, slide it off, and then play the D power chord twice, just as the vocals start. Okay, so there you go. So I want to say a huge thanks to Richard for suggesting this riff, one of the Patreon members of the Master Guitar Patreon group. If you were interested in that, go and check it out. You get access to animated tab versions of the lessons on YouTube. You get access to the guitar profiles. You also get Helix patches if you've got Helix. Plus there's a tone rundown of how I created the tone for the video, if you want to try that with your own gear. And of course you've got lesson requests and a lot more extra stuff there, you know, so you can check out Master the Guitar Patreon. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. There's some things up there, of course, you won't see on YouTube. And as usual, if you're like the video, want to see more, please hit subscribe and hit that notification bell, and you'll be kept up to date with any videos upload, you know. So have fun with that, guys, and I will see you soon.